Ever wondered how animals stay warm in winter or cool in summer? Let's talk about how animals manage their body temperature. It's more fascinating than you think. Animals are divided into two main types based on how they handle temperature. First, there are cold-blooded animals, like fish, reptiles, and amphibians. They can't control their body temperature, so it changes with the weather around them. These are called poikilotherms. Then we have warm-blooded animals, like mammals and birds, known as homeotherms. They can control their body heat, keeping it steady no matter how hot or cold it gets outside. Farm animals, like cows and goats, are warm-blooded and maintain a constant body temperature using two things: their body systems, like hormones and metabolism, and their behavior, like moving to shade or huddling for warmth. For temperature to stay stable, their body must balance heat gain and loss. Heat gain can come from outside, like sunlight or warm air, or from inside, through body processes like digestion, growth, and pregnancy. Heat loss happens through things like breathing, sweating, and waste removal. So, it's all about balance between heat in and heat out. Now, animals produce heat in two main ways. One is shivering, where muscles shake to create warmth. The other is non-shivering thermogenesis, which happens mostly in newborns using a special kind of fat called brown fat. It helps keep baby animals warm right after birth. Shivering is controlled by nerves, while non-shivering is managed by hormones like thyroid hormones and adrenaline. To cool down, animals use four methods. Convection, losing heat to air, like a fan blowing on skin. Conduction, through direct contact. Radiation, sending heat out like a warm stove. Evaporation, losing heat when sweat or saliva dries up. But not all animals sweat the same way. Horses are heavy sweaters, while goats, pigs, sheep, and European cows sweat less. Zebu cattle are better sweaters than other cows. Some animals rely on panting or drooling instead of sweating to cool off. Finally, the master controller of all this is the hypothalamus in the brain. It gets messages from sensors in the skin and blood and sends orders back to manage breathing, blood flow, sweat, and muscle activity, all to keep the animal comfy. So, next time you see a cow panting or a horse sweating, you'll know it's just nature's way of staying cool. Subscribe VetCare for easier animal science every day.